David here with Futures Trading. I'd like to welcome you to the channel. This is a hands-off approach to trading. I told you guys in the welcome video that I will be showing you how to read the chart with nothing on it, and I did that for several videos. Now I'm going to just put some of my tools here to make it just a tad bit easier for you to follow along. And it's a hands-off approach, so the tools are going to plot everything that I've been going over with the last few videos and definitely everything that's on the channel. Alright, so just stick around for a moment. We're going to do this really quickly here. Most of you videos start with this one if you're new. I've been telling you guys about the high or the low of the bar being set based on seconds. You can go here and definitely know what that bar should be before the bar even closed based on seconds. And then of course I even introduce how to look at it based on the hourly as well. Alright, threshold, how far the candle pulled back. The price action train, just need to be able to count to 10. The price action method, I use the majority principle, which states the minority is compelled to follow. And then that chart scale, I'll teach you how to read your bezel. All right, really important. Now, if you're interested in viewing any of the indications that I actually have, you're more than welcome to come and join me over here on this channel here. All right, so they're at the center of the chart. All right, and everything that I've been describing to you guys about the price activity is being implemented by my suite. All right, so it's a hands-off approach to trading. You don't have to do any kind of work. You can just sit back and let the tools kind of do it for you. It provides the target, which is that. Now these targets here that have the prices on them is based on that red bar. Okay, the bar is being red, that's being colored, it'll give you the target as well, and then you just place the stop back there. Now hopefully it can get there, but it's at the center of the chart, so it may want to bounce up just a bit. I don't know, but we'll have to see. There's another one that just got plotted there based on that scenario here. I'm reading the 15-second chart for brevity. I want to make sure that we can get this done really quickly. I do have a multi-time frame alignment here up here for you to look for, so if you want to align your time frames, I have that available as well. All right, now the stuff that I've been telling you guys about the big wig, little wig, small body, larger body, again, the diamond will try to find that diamond there. All text that you're seeing can be shut off, so you can select whether or not you want to see the trend dots, those little dots there with that blue dot. You can make it as big as you want. I just got it small. You can cut all of the text off. Really simple there. All right, so it's providing you a price here based on that scenario, and all of it is there. So there's the measurement. I've been doing this by hand, but I just want to show you I do have a suite that allows you to be hands off, so you don't have to touch it. All right, and then of course the midpoint. So if the midpoint exceed the high or exceed the low, that's the bar color as well as that little arrow. The diamond again is looking for the wicks and it's looking for the body, and they can be shut off. All right, so all text can be shut off. All right, and then it's giving us yet more targets. All right, so as the pattern comes in, it'll just again plot more. And again, we were at the center of the chart. They dove into the zone, and there's the turnaround. Came really close to the back of it, but it didn't break it. All right, and of course they're reaching back up. Can they still get here? Absolutely. Absolutely, they can get there. They absolutely can. But given the state of what I call the anchor chart, the hourly, there's a good chance that they're going even higher. The 30,755 for today's close is important. I did put that on social media. Should you want to come over here and follow me? All right. So can we get up there? If not, we may get a rotation back to 30,396. All right, so that's important. All right, so I do suspect that they can go higher. However, that 30,755 may be a problem. I am not an alert service. I want to go ahead and say that to you. So if you're visiting Day Trader Today channel, I'm not exactly doing that. I'm just only posting the chart for just a brief moment. All right, and give you a chance to take a look. The threshold, that's provided as well. These two little lines on the bar, and that's your wick zone. All right, that's provided as well. I prefer the threshold on the colored bars. I've been saying this on the channel for so long. All right, I prefer the one on the colored bars per se. All right, now I know they were here, they was close to the target, but they wanted to lean back. All right, and I get that. Now they're giving us another one up here based on what they just did here. Now, can they make it? Yes, they can. They can. Or they can turn around and come back down here and make both of these. All right, because you had two dots formed here. All right, you had that one here, and then you have this one here, and so it's giving you both reference points. All right, and it can very much make it if it wants to. If not, it's get ready to turn around and it's get ready to make that. All right, so it just gave you that based on that dot, and then of course you already had what was happening up here, and they got really close and then they turned around. All right, so It's really simple. It's not complicated. I know I had someone stop by the channel last week and wanted to leave a comment like it's complicated. All right. Well, I want to say to you guys, it's really simple. It's based on what it is that you need in your trading. So if you just need a price action setup, well, here's three of them that you can look for. All right. So you don't have to take everything away. And if you want to use the chart scale. Let's say you're trying to capture, the market's cyclical movement, and you don't need to get really close. Just look at the center of your chart. And again, this ping image is provided so you can add it to your chart background, or you can design one of your own. I do have other ping images that offer a lot more information, but this one definitely can be provided for you. And so here we're just dividing the chart in half. This is what we've been doing, all right? And then we divide that lower half. It's not perfect. It's just a reference point. So if you don't need that piece, all right, you want to know, can the market continue further than just here? All right, so then use your trend, all right, and that's indicated again by the dots with the blue circle, all right. And again, you can cut all of this off. It's a hands-off approach. Now that diamond again is looking for this, all right. That's what that's looking for. So what I'm providing you is very simple. All right. And if you're still online searching other people's channel for information, whatever you're doing is probably complicated. I want to say that to that young man that stopped by the channel and decided to leave his comment. So if you're still searching for information, you haven't found what is simple yet. All right. So I'm trying to give the simplicity to the public. If you are looking for something simpler than what I'm offering, please make me aware of it. But at the end of the day, this is simple. You're looking at the frame that they gave you the information. You don't want to ignore this. They have to plot this information inside of this frame. You don't want to ignore it. It's a part of how they designed the chart to distribute that information. Don't ignore its use. You can use the chart without having to look left to know where there's a reaction, where there's a reaction, where there's a reaction without having to look left. It's not smart to ignore what someone gives you. So they gave you the platform. Try to utilize what's here first. Then begin to implement what you can understand about price. What is price telling you? If you fall into a situation, I don't have a tool on the chart, but if you fall into a situation like this, it's included in your suite where they're wanting to overlap the bars. This can happen for 4 or more bars. I just don't have that on the chart. All right, I do provide it, but I don't have it here. Learning how to read the market activity is very, very important. All right, and I'm trying to make sure that each one of you know when you see a candle how far it can reach back before it resumes. All right, it can come in there and then go. So that live candle can absolutely do that. It can come back towards you and then go. What's too far? I'm trying to teach you what's too far so you don't get your bar ran. All right, I don't want you to get ran over by the market. So you may not need all pieces. All right, you may not need all the pieces, and that's fine. All right, so they came into our zone here and they turned away almost to the back of it, just like they did this one. Look at the location. We're doing location. This is simple. It's not complicated. Again, this is a hands-off approach to trading. So if you're coming to the channel and you do not have anything useful to say, I advise you to find someone else's channel to go to, because this is all I'm talking about is the chart. I'm not talking about anything but the chart. I'm only talking about the chart. Some people are just negative. That's just what they do. But I want my community to be aware. I'm only discussing what you see. That's it. I'm not adding anything to it, nor am I going to take anything away from it. It's really important that it's very clear, very concise, not a lot of rules. Take away the components that you actually need. So if you only need the price action setup, use that. Okay, if you need to know sustainability, how long something can happen, use the trend. Okay, and that's what that's there for. Let's count it out before I go. We're going to count this out. All right, 1, 2, they must close lower. 3, 4, we can't count these, they're not closing lower. 5, 6, and there's 7 with our blue dot. That's 7. So that's telling you, hey, we're doing something different here. All right, we can possibly go. Listen to the market. Don't listen to me. All right, don't listen to me. We can go this far. And again, my tools will provide you the information that's needed. All right, and it's not perfect. I drew it to the best of my ability. the tools is going to do it for you. All right, it doesn't get any simpler than that. All right, so you saw them come from that zone, you saw them come from that zone. All right, and that's trading. So if you're visiting the channel and you're looking for simplicity, this is the simplicity that I'm offering. If there's a better interpretation, please make me aware of it. I would like to see it myself, because I'm only talking about the thing that's actually happening on the chart, nothing more. I'm not giving you funny interpretation of language. I'm not doing any of that. I'm giving you exactly what I see. The mid of the bar is exceeding. We have a wick that's larger. We have a body that's smaller. This body is inside of this one. This can last for 4 or more bars. If the chart is located here in this place on the chart, because we don't want to ignore this visual representation of price, it could possibly respond. And then the market does this fantastic thing, because it's like you and I. Whenever you have a thought, you have the end in mind. So it provides you the end. If they was going to trend down, it's going to give you the end. The wonderful thing about it is that it did it from the pullback itself. It pulled back before, but I'm telling the indicator, no, just give me the actual distance from high to low. Just give me that, because most of the time they'll make it. All right, so I do absolutely wish you all the best with your trading. Thank you for the support. I know it died off. It did die off again. Please, people, if you guys want more content, make sure you support it, because there's a lot of convoluted stuff online with a lot of rhetoric. Okay, a lot of stuff that just doesn't make sense to me. All right, and I want to make sure that you guys get information that's clean, that's simple, and if you need tools, I do provide them. $100. I'm not auditioning for business. Keep this in mind. So if you're on the channel, I'm not wanting you to buy my stuff if you don't need it. If you need it, only contact me if you're ready to move forward. All right. I wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.